Hey Cancer, I feel like you would love the vibe in my house or my apartment right now. I say house just so easily, but it's not. My place, my space, there is a very chill vibe, but two very separate lighting areas in each room. So before we get into the reading for your September tarot, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say it like that, so I kind of was like, what am I saying? All information to work with me is below, one-on-one, and then the readings in the future will be a little different. So this will be like, your regular first part, but I'll have different sections, which helps me go deeper into like intuitive aspects. It helps me read the story a lot more detailed, even for a general reading. And then you can check out what the part 2 is, more like an extended, so I still go through more cards. It's just I'm showing you them again, and the Patreon link below. And I also have a podcast if you would like to watch that. A new episode shall be out soon. If it is not already, check it out, because I record these a couple days before I put them out there. I don't know why. Okay, ready, Cancer? Oh, so we just got another kitty so that this kitty can have a friend. This kitty is very scared. We just got it yesterday. She is a small Siamese, and she is under the bed. And my other cat just wants to play and be friends and hang out, but this cat is not wanting to at all. And it's actually who the person who gave it to me, which is a family member, said she doesn't hiss, she doesn't like fight. Well, we found out she actually does. So she is feeling very like defensive right now. And our other kitty is kind of just oblivious to it and wants to be friends, and is even willing to be like attacked for that. So why did I bring that up? I don't know. I think it's because what you're finding out maybe about someone in your life that's related to something that's been going on with you physically for a while is a little more heartbreaking than you thought. I think you're doing wonderful, and there's so much like coming to fruition in your life, but one person, if it's anyone who knows how to deal with friendships but takes them hard, or a relationship, I do feel like this is more of a friendship, however, is a little more harsh than usual right now. It might even sting. They could be a Scorpio. However, I think this began, you started to question, or something weird came up about a couple months ago, back in like May, June, and it comes down to kind of the foundation of and the nature of the relationship. The parts of you that have been shifting or changing, or perspectives that you've gained, are kind of at a standstill, because they come and bring into question a certain person or a certain area in your life that you deemed strong, that you deemed like this was never going to change, like this is not something I would even question, or this is not a person I would even question, and now you find yourself doing that, perhaps, right? If not soon. And the reason why this is being brought up, because it feels like there have been certain things going on that make you feel a little more attached to discomfort. So Cancers are known to be more of a comfort creature. However, you understand discomfort as well. I don't know if you can hear him. I'm sorry if you can. He's crying for the other kitty right now. So it could be like there's something separating you. It could be a wall. It could feel like a wall, an emotional wall, but there's something separating you from you and, ooh, bless you, little one, from what's been transpiring. And it's weird because it's such a drastic change to what you have been experiencing. And yet this season is always helpful to not only rip off the Band-Aid in that way, but also show you like why or where it's coming from. So you get all of that this month, but on the positive side of this all is that something in your body like starts to feel better. There's something that's been maybe achy for a while, and it's not something you haven't been privy to. However, it becomes very clear to you that there is something changing, that through this discomfort you may be experiencing this season has you fight through it in a different way, kind of more Virgo style. A little bit of that. And how that happens is you don't just fight just to fight or bring things up just because you can. You realize that you have things you need to do, and this is very hard and it hurts you. However, you personally are going through something that you need to let yourself go through. And you start to realize that you can acknowledge this in a different way. That you can understand that the only way through this is to maybe surrender a little bit, to not have control unless you know where you can have it. Because on the off the deep end, Virgos will try to, they'll want to control everything in their own little way and find different ways to creep in on that. And here you are, and you may find, and if not, the best thing you can do is to surrender to what is. Because, you just don't want to fight. You're like, I've done too much here. I don't need to fight about this. I know what I have, and I don't, you're almost taking, the high road, even though you're maybe fighting yourself a little, because it could be also fun. Not fun to, make someone feel bad. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying to tell someone the truth because you have it in the palm of your hands, but you realize that you might not even get there, that they might not even see it anyway. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, you want to lay right here. He always wants to lay right on the cards. It's so cute. Which is adorable. But that also helps you. And it's not just saying that the upper hand is nice to have. It's just you find that there's so much more confidence in what you're capable of handling more than ever. Especially in terms of, again, I've been talking about this, your responsibilities, what you're responsible for, who you're responsible for, especially yourself. And this month is showing us where we need to be more responsible for ourselves than someone else. Did you see that, little fuzzies? Because this would easily make you, maybe throw you off your game and make you, especially in Virgo season, draw you into someone else's life that actually they need to figure out themselves. I'm sorry, baby, there's just not room up here right now. Yes, I still wash everything. I don't like all that. And what's being revealed to you is this side of yourself that realizes that you can, this is what I should show you. They're all holding a sword or a wand. The Five of Wands are I don't even know what I'm doing with them, just waving it wherever I can. Too much going on. The Six of Wands is okay. I confidently got this moving forward. Whoever wants to come with me can come with me, but I'm not fighting about this. We need to move on. That's your control. You take back control. and you utilize it in a way where whatever you couldn't hold on to or don't have, the control over in your mind is becoming a lot more obvious now. And what that's doing is having you see very clearly how it's making you and shaping you into someone who is a born leader. Like, you need to step out in front, because whatever happened through Leo season was a very obvious reaction to a decision that you made. And what you're able to do with the space that you're in now, what you're able to do with this hurt, or maybe even devastation for some of you, and I'm really sorry to hear that, is to make some Cancer magic. When you remember why you're feeling, maybe stuck under the bed or in yourself so much, because it's the exact time to be in yourself so much and to do what you need to do in order to create what you need to create out of this or from this. And I know it sounds so soon, but you kind of, in a way, had insights to seeing this coming. And, it's just time to heal. Different parts want to heal. And even if you heal your end of things and still remain like friends or still remain in contact, it's what you want. It's not something that was decided for you, it's what you want. Again, he's holding up that candle, and here's that wand in the hand. The control is in your hands. Whatever is not it's not time to try to do that again. Like in those movies where it's like, let's do this so we can take back control, and then there's this other person saying, why don't we just create something new? That's you. That's you right now. That's you right now, because a lot of energy is coming towards you with this clarity. It's waking you up to yourself, to your knowledge, to what you need to talk about, what's really important in your life, how strong you are in many ways. The emotional bandwidth is expanding, which means you're coming into more. You might be receiving even more in abundance, because when you look around, you see so much, and you're just like, this one thing it's very Libra. We're going into Libra season, so this is like, again, we're going from Virgo to Libra, so there's nothing separate in September, but you're finding like, this is weighing on me so much, but look at everything else in my life. And this one situation, this one person, this thing that's happening over here is so blaringly obvious, not in alignment with me. So you're asking yourself the hard question, or you're having that hard question instead of debating it in your head. You're just maybe being way more open. But you might want to wait until towards the end of the month to do that, is what we're seeing here. You may feel in competition, or you're thinking about, well, I used to be this way. Did that make me a better person then? Well, it was just where you're at. It doesn't make you worse of a person now. And that doesn't matter anyway. Because when we're asked to grow, we see who comes with us. And if that person is meant to be in your life, they will be. And I know that can be hard to get used to, or this situation or this belief system. It could be a belief system too that's so you're so enwrapped in, or a certain way of thinking. It changes your whole experience within yourself. And by the end of the month, you'll feel a lot more established, a lot more grounded in that experience. But there's these very mature questions that you're being asked to ask them in a less mature way of how you once saw maturity. It's more curiosity. Like you would experience learning something new, you would be curious about it. Maybe want examples of it through many different mediums. So now, maybe it's important to look at this situation through many different mediums, including your own natural talent of that. And that will be what your considered hard work is this month. It's more philosophical, yet it asks you to step up to yourself, or step up to someone in your life who also could have been a Virgo, where things were just not working out. Didn't mean anything drastic had to happen, but small things added up, and it was just time to confidently move and take the control back into your hands and have that conversation that's not being said, or to literally take things into your own hands and be yourself. Like, find yourself being this person that you were when you didn't feel so attached, or I didn't have all of these different experiences with this one person or a couple of people, or with Virgo this season even. Because you can find yourself having like one of the most creative times that will eventually come out of you very constructively. Okay, Cancer? So I will see you into the next part, link below, and also next month.